In this video, we will learn with the help of the GPAR regression, how we have to calculate a sample size for regression. So I am increasing this size. Let me now. There would be more visibility. Test family, you can see here t-test. And test family exact, f-test, t-test, chi-square test, z-test. So for regression, we will opt f-test. And when we talk about regression, when we will click here, there are so many kinds of tests available here. ANOVA, ANCOVA, MANOVA, and linear multiple regression, fixed model R square increases. What is the difference? First, let me explain you what is the difference between these two kinds of options. Linear multiple regression, where is the fixed model R square deviation from zero. When we want to calculate at the fixed level. Here is, but in this linear multiple regression, fixed model R square increases when we are talking about hierarchical regression. But this is not the hierarchical regression. This is the fixed model. But linear multiple regression, fixed model R square increases. This is the hierarchical regression. So let me one by one, I would like to discuss both these kinds of options. Number one is linear multiple regression when we are using fixed model R square deviation from zero. Let me click on this. And type of power analysis you can see here, priori compute required sample size given alpha, power and effect size. So when we are going to start our research, and before that I would like to know what should be our sample size. But post hoc means when we have done all the analysis and now we want to check our alpha, sample size and effect size. But in my case, this is a priori compute required sample size given alpha, power and effect size. So let me click on this, and now effect size you can see here. There is the effect size conventions. 0.02 means small, 0.15 medium and 0.35 large. So by default, number is here reflecting 0.15 and alpha error is 0.05, power 1 minus beta error 0.95 and number of predictors are 2. So what should be at this, those are the readings are here, what I want. So what should be our sample size? So let me calculate this, and sample size, total sample size required 107. And this is actual power 0.95. But let's say I want effect size is small. What is small? 0.02. As already mentioned here, 0.02. Alpha error is same, 0.05. Power is 1 minus beta, 0.9. Number of the predictors are same, 2. So let me calculate. This is our sample size. Total sample size, 776. And actual power is 0.95. But when we are putting up on the higher side, 0.35, 0.35, that is on the higher side, and alpha error is 0.05, power is 1 minus beta, 0.95, number of predictors are same 2. So what should be, we want to calculate what should be a sample size. Sample size is 48. So you can see when the effect size is increasing and sample size is decreasing. When effect size is decreasing, sample size is increasing. Both these are inversely proportional to each other. Now we can see this is our curve. And now what we have to do here is number of predictors. Let's see, we will increase number of predictors are 5, right? And on the same effect size we want to calculate. So you can see total number of the sample size is 63. Why it is increased? Because number of predictors you had increased from 2 to 5, and now 3 more predictors are also in our test. So ultimately total sample size is increased, right? When we talk about this, now what we have to do, let's say in this priori compute is same, linear multiple regression I want on the hierarchical regression and the hierarchical basis. So linear multiple regression, fixed model R square increases. R square increases means we are doing hierarchical. So number of the test predictors is the same. Effect size is 0.15, alpha error 0.05, power is 0.95. Number of tested predictors are 2. These are the total number of the testing predictors are 2, but total number of predictors are 5, right? So if the now I am testing only 2, but total number of predictors are 5. So I want what should be our sample size. So that sample size would be 107. Actual power is 0.95. But now I want, because total number of predictors are, let's say I have 10, but I am number of testing predictors are only 2. Let me check. Here is earlier was 5. This is right. And now total number of predictors are, let's say this is 10. And I want to calculate. So total number of sample size is 102. Now let me number of predictors we can increase, let's say 4. Out of these total number of predictors, those I want to check, and number of testing predictors are 4. So let me calculate. So this is the total sample size, 129 is required, and that is our plot. And same way we will copy this plot and we will paste on our this PPT, and simply you can report in your dissertation or in your research paper, you can do that. So I'm sure regression part is clear, right? And some more tests definitely we are going to perform in the next video. And this is the test when you can see lots of tests are available. Correlation and regression, you can say correlation bivariate normal model, correlation point, right, biserial model. Biserial model means when you have one is categorical, another one is metric, another one is non-metric, right? Correlation tetra, and here is correlation two dependent person, dependent person R's, and no common index and common index, two independent persons, one group size of slope, two group, and there's the fixed model as well, deviation from zero. We had already done this part now. And as well as linear multiple regression, fixed model R square increases, that we had finished today. Linear multiple regression, fixed model, single regression coefficient, and linear multiple regression, random model, right? Logistic regression, Poisson regression, right? Then when we talk about the means, one group difference from constant, one group Wilcoxon, and two dependent groups, meshed pairs, right? Wilcoxon, non-parametric, and two independent groups, ANOVA, one-way, main effects, right? Main effects and interactions, and repeated measures between factors, ANOVA, approach, MANOVA, ANOVA, right? Within factors, so many kinds of tests are available. Please use all those things. What kind of test you are applying in your research, in your what you want to report. So proportions, I mean one group difference from constant, one group sign test, McNemar, and definitely McNemar test video I had already uploaded in my playlist. And here is two independent groups inequality, Fisher's exact test, two independent groups inequality, unconditional, and two independent groups inequality, Z test, and goodness of fit, multi-group, and variance, one group and two groups, and generic. Here is generic binomial test, generic FT, chi-square, and Z test. So this is a beautiful package you should use. And you have to calculate in each and every test condition. You can calculate a sample size. So I'm sure, I wish this video will be helpful to you, and you can apply in your research how we have to calculate sample size. Thank you so much. Keep watching. Thank you so much.